Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and unknown writer. Guys, today I'm gonna tell you a beautiful story which is written by myself few days ago. But before that, I would like to make a small request to you again. Please subscribe my channel and share my video. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel, guys. Thank you so much. The title of the story is The Bird That Came Back to the Cage. So guys, it's a very beautiful story about the bird. So the story goes like this. As usual, I was woke up by the alarm. I was excited and nervous too. I was excited for the gift that I was going to get from my father, and he promised to give me a beautiful gift. And I was worried because it was the result day. It was my result day. My exams got finished, and it was the time for the result, and I was worried as well as excited for the gift too. I went alone for the result as my mom and dad were out of the city. When I reached the school, I got to know that I scored a very good marks in my exam and my result was very fantastic. And as per the promise, I got a beautiful gift from my father too. After enjoying fully my success, one fresh morning I decided to do something very good and pure, and I was not able to understand what should be done to be good, to be pure, what should be actually done by me. So finally I got irritated because I haven't got any idea in my mind, and as a result I went to the market to freshen up myself. And at market, when I reached the market, I saw plenty of shops. So as I said, I went to the market and went through many of the shops, and suddenly my attention focused or fell towards one of the shop, and that shop really attracted me. And actually the shop name was Susan's Pet Shop, and it was it was a pet shop. I went inside the shop and I saw a beautiful bird in a cage. I asked the owner the name of the bird, and I decided to bring the bird along with me. And when I asked the owner the name of the bird, she replied that Udan. Udan, yes, Udan was the name of the bird. And I took Udan at my home and I fed him, but to my amazement, he did not eat up for many days. I felt so sad about that, and really I was distracted too. It seems like he was sad too. Initially I thought that I was doing very good thing by bringing Udan at my home and feeding him, but I think I was wrong now. I felt myself wrong because I cannot see Udan not eating anything for days, for a couple of days. So I decided to set Udan free. So what I did is I took the cage and went to a pig, and finally decided to open the cage without thinking anything else. So guys, but before opening the cage, I decided to tell Udan a few lines which I was really feeling to tell him, and the lines were like this. See Udan, be happy. I'm setting you free. Go to any tree. Enjoy fully. Have a good flight to the city. Fly high in the sky. After saying these lines, I just opened the cage and I just let him flew away. It seems like he was too excited and happy, and he never looked back at me. That made me a little disappointed, and yes, I just waited for Udan at the peak for some more time, and around 1 or 2 hours. And after some time, I thought I did what was to be done, and I felt happy, and because I thought myself right in doing so, I just came back to my home. At my home, I kept watching his picture that I took from my phone, and yes, of course the Udan was very beautiful bird. Days went on. One day I heard a sound of a bird outside the window of my house. I quickly got up and went out to see what's the matter. When I went out, I saw a bird near my window, and later on it flew onto my roof. I just followed it. So when I went on the roof to inquire about the action of the bird, what I saw really amazed me. The bird was trying to open the door of the cage. When I went near to it, it stared at me, and to the next moment, it was doing its action again. It doing what it was doing. That it was opening the cage, opening the door of the cage. When I went little too near to the bird, I was shocked because it was crying, and I noticed that it was my bird. It was the Udan which I set free. It started poking the door. I helped him to open the door, and to my amazement, it went inside the cage and closed the door by itself. I was shocked to see that because I always have seen the birds happy when they were being set free by someone, but I'm seeing this first time that a bird is being happy to enter the cage, and I think he was loving to go inside the cage. The Udan really shocked me. I was shocked to see Udan like that. I mean, he had become so weak, and his body was completely turned dark black actually. And I opened the cage and took Udan in my hand, and really it was a sad moment for me to see his feathers turning so black. And when I noticed that it was covered with pollution, the dust and the smoke, it was all covered with all those things. Then I thought that I will try once more to set him free. I just threw him in the air and let him fly. But to my amazement, he came back to me. Then what Udan did was, he just came back and entered the cage. This really opened my eyes. I understood what happened to Udan. I assumed actually. Then I remembered my lines I told to Udan before setting him free. That was, take a flight to the city. I'm setting you free. Fly to any tree. Fly high. Fly full of enjoyment. And I assumed that Udan might have done so. Udan might have entered to the city. Udan might have sat on any tree. But the dust and the pollution on the leaves of the tree made his feathers so dirty. I assumed that Udan might have seen the ugly conditions of our city. So guys, the message from this story is that our land is getting polluted day by day. Guys, Udan wants to fly so high. Udan wants to sit on a tree. He wants to be free. Let's help Udan to set free from all these things. Let's say no to pollution, guys. Spread this message to each and everyone. With this, I would like to end my story, guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching this story. But at last, I would like to make a small request again. Please subscribe my channel and share my video.